Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Crusaders Kings 3. My name's Chris Army. This is the tale of House Velarys, or Eleanor of the Wave Dancers. Her husband and 6 children. Some his, some not. A 7th, unfortunately the eldest, has now passed. And we have a lot to catch up on. Because, as you may notice, going from 3 children to 7, well, there's a period of years in between, and some of these look rather aged. That is because I have now lost 3 videos worth of footage. And one was a hard drive error, one was an OBS corruption, and one, I just don't know where it's gone. It's been deleted off my computer after I fixed the hard drive error. Because, to be fair, my hard drive was very full. So I've done file recoveries, I've done everything I can, I've got some footage back, this very piecemeal, and it is not in good shape. So we just pick up 20 years on. Oh, that sucks. 20 years on from where we left off with the 3 kids. We had just, I believe we'd just broken things off with King Rhaegar, and we had formalized an agreement that would adopt all of my children into House Velarys, remove them from succession for the Iron Throne, and publicly, legally declare the son of the king, the true-born son of the king, as his heir and rightful ruler when he may so pass. We were looking at perhaps claiming Andalos. We had started work there, getting a claim, getting some support for some nobles, working with the Bravosi. I'd done all that. I'd done a lot of contracts and a lot of tournaments in Essos. We spent a long time, like 4 years in Essos, almost exclusively in this lost footage, trying to set that up. And then I decided, before I pulled the trigger, let's basically explore the Westerlands, the Reach, Dawn, Stormlands, Crownlands, Riverlands, the Vale, and, of course, the North. Is there a place for us there? And I found a place which works, and I'd like to go into detail on it and the reasons why. And yeah, where we actually left off at the end of those 3 videos is a much different place than you would have seen. But these are my children, my husband and I. We have found a home. We have found a home. Welcome to the Westerlands. Welcome, House Velarys of Castamere. Really weird, I know, but I looked everywhere. And we've only just settled. I've kind of set up a few things, like the like court and everything else. I'll run you through everything. But my reasonings being, United, the Stepstones, a little difficult because the Stormlands, Robert Baratheon has basically conquered them. They've got a couple of islands, but not really much. We've got Free City of Lys here, and like I say, the Baratheons control most of the rest. So that's really difficult in that we can't really do too much there. So that was plan 1. Andalos was plan 2, but it means going to war with Braavos and possibly Pentos, and I'm not sure whether it'll be an elective monarchy or whatever they have here. So would it be a Free City elective? Would it be that kind of government? Could I change away from it? Would I just lose my title? And so I came back to Westeros and I thought, okay, I went to look around, and I looked in the Westerlands last, but we started here, and we couldn't really see anything that made sense. Maybe Duskendale, but they've got a new lord in House Riker, and displacing them. No, trying to engineer a way to get Driftmark. No, that didn't feel right. Um, my half brother is there. My best friend. Doesn't make any kind of sense for me to go do that. Dragonstorm, of course, is held by the the heir to the throne. And again, we have familial ties, and I don't want to do that. We are High Valyrian, we support the Targaryens, and we, know them very well. Too well, some might say. But yeah, in general, I didn't feel like that was going to make too much sense. So I went up here on like the Crossing, River Run, Harrenhal. Nothing else stands out. Don't like those for a variety of reasons. The Vale just didn't seem right. The Neck, but like the Reeds are doing good there. But Moat Caitlin, that was an idea I tried to talk myself into. White Harbour, Carhole, Dreadfort, Last Lands. Like they've all got their reasons. Bear Isle. Go beyond the wall, unite them. But someone else is already kind of on that, and I didn't really want this for this playthrough anyway. So I was kind of moving around. I'm like looking at the Iron Isles and like, oh, Lord Wick, a member of the Westerlands, High House Drum, interesting. That's kind of interesting, and that kind of led me to look a little more at the Westerlands. But I decided to do due diligence first. Stormlands already had the Stepstone, so I didn't really think that was worthwhile. The Reach, Old Town, maybe taking over Old Town, or the Arbor, didn't really fancy it. Couldn't find a nice place in Dawn that I kind of wanted to be, and just everything can't point me back here. The fact that the Westerlands have taken land from the Reach. The Westerlands have taken land from the Iron Island. And the Westerlands, more than anything else, were prime for skullduggery and expansion. Because Lord Gerald is new Lord Lannister. Not a Lannister by birth. House Wild, a Stormlander. And House Serret. Lord Kevin is a good friend of ours. And he did a deal to sell us Castamere. Because it's been a bane and a curse on his family that has cost him dearly. All of his siblings, one by one, are dead. His firstborn son, dead. He has 2 sons left. The Lannister dynasty is not great anymore. Lord Landon of Lannisport is the head of the Lannister dynasty. We haven't done anything to cause this. But Lord Tyrion died from the pox. Lord Jaime was murdered. And Lady Cersei died in her sleep. I'm thinking that Tywin kind of must have upset a lot of people, and it's come home to roost. To the point where he himself was poisoned. Now, these aren't me, they're not my kills. I can kind of prove it. The only way I know how to kind of prove that it wasn't me is I've been busy. I've killed a lot of people. Duels a lot of time, but burning people at the stake. A lot of duels. Executed Corwin, Maelys, Aenys, and Aerion. I believe those are all the members of Captain Amon's mercenary company. They killed my son. He died in his sleep for a plot, and I tracked down, arrested, because it wasn't a secret plot, arrested and executed every single member of his band for doing that. We lost Aegon. Very unhappy. Very unhappy. Great character. But yeah, as you can see, there's no Lannisters at all in this. In fact, most of this was the work we were doing in Essos. In fact, over a 2-year period, we kind of went nuts. Yeah. Couple were accidents. Couple weren't. Couple weren't our fault. Yeah, why isn't that under our banner? That's kind of weird. Hold on. Copy, submit. I've just revoked it from its person. Oh my god. That's not that. That's not that. I copied it. That's. Do I have to select the cadet branching on it? Maybe that's what it is. 1 second. But I can't. I guess I can have it like that for now. That's weird. That's really weird. Okay, anyway, before I get sidetracked too much more, because we do have things to bring you up to date with, and that is just everybody here. Like I said, we've been through a lot. The death of our son. Everyone's been in a good place. But we did get Castamere. Like I say, mainly through Lord Kevin. He has wanted to get rid of this cursed province that's been the downfall of his house since his brother made the downfall of House Rain. We're good friends. And he does see us in a good way. And so we, kind of came in at the right time. If we didn't have anything to do with the deaths over here, but at the same time, why not? Why not take advantage? We looked around, they overreached, they made enemies, they paid the price, they were open, and we have swooped in, taken over Castamere. And eventually, I'm thinking we rebuild Castamere itself, and we kind of fill out over the entire region. We're in a solid place. Our current Castellan is Lord Braxton Summerbeam, who's very good, and whose daughter is currently betrothed to our son Daeron. So that's kind of a nice reward, I think, for the Summerbeams for being with us so long. Quaron Storis, our Chancellor, he's fairly good. We'll come back to the Steward in a moment. My son, Sir Lucerys, my Regent, recently knighted, my Master of Arms, is training commanders. He's pretty good there. My Spymaster Serene is an absolute beast here, and I'm really hoping that we can disrupt some schemes and not get targeted as much as we have been, because that's been a real issue. Reynard is my friend and my admiral. He's pretty good at that, so we're making money. And my septum is Anis, who is okay. He is okay. We've just got a court smith, and so I'm going to fire Rogar and put Mazora Hort in and make some money. And we've also been appointed as Chancellor, which Makes sense. It's our highest stat. It's either that or Master at Arms. I don't think either really do much for us. We do get more prestige, which we have been spending and generating a ton of. So this is a nice passive increase there. And also the fellow vassal opinion, because we are, a landed adventurer now, that kind of offsets quite nicely. I was hoping for steward, but we don't really need the money. We will do eventually, but I feel like we're in a good place. But it's kind of a weak core too. Spymaster is a 7, Deception's a 3. The Admiral Lord Craycall's decent, but Tybert Payne, not great. Quentin Bainfort's okay. And the Castellan, John Serret, isn't really up to much either. He's in poor form. People don't like Lord Quentin. Tybert Payne is also in poor health there. Roland Craycall is also in poor health. The Septon's in poor health. And the way I see it, a spymaster with a young child in charge of same dynasty, different branch of the family, but with everything to inherit and nothing to lose. That's a dangerous combination. Now, I don't know if they're going to do anything about that or not. I hope not, but that's not my call. We've got an antiquarian, we've got a courtsmith we just hired. Velarys is still with us. He is our caravan master. He is also married to our daughter, because I figured that was a nice match, and we'll keep him in here. My maester is also my tutor, educating the children. A seneschal's just boosting a couple of people, mainly my antiquarian, I believe, and a new wet nurse we just brought in. The rest are empty, but I feel like we're in a good position. All in all, I have gifted a suit of armor, the Burnished Mail, and Stormlander Mace to my son, Lucerys, my current regent, and my former heir. And we did just send out, as soon as we could, someone to Valyria as well. So we're all fully set out. Our Knight's Errant armor is the Golden Coat of the Sphinx, which is quite nice. Captain Effectiveness +6 is probably my favorite thing there. We got Malo's Regalia, who is, again, it's okay. It's nothing super special. The Renown is nice. And just basic prestige growth there as well. We do have a prize necklace because we keep winning tournaments. We got a decent number of prizes, to be honest with you. We got the perfume from an event. We got Scarab Brooch, which I think we maybe bought, and the prize brooch there as well. So a number of captains and prestige, fertility, health. Like, that's kind of what we built up on the trinkets. I don't think we can get much better. Our journals of our travels is quite nice. And then we've just, in the last few days before I ended that last recording, which went missing, we got the sword from, yes, from Valyria. So Sir Ewan was who we sent to get it. He paid a price, but I love the fact he was an elusive shadow. He was greedy, so he'd probably go for something nice, is the way I looked at it. And he's brave. So, sure. That to me meant that we could get something nice. We got a Valyrian sword, and it's got 12 prowess, it's got a health boost, it's got mana down, maintenance costs lowered, and we get an extra captain. So I had to name it Wave Dancer. I felt that was the only right thing to do after our own old mercenary company. So, long story short, too late, that's where we are. And that's how we got there. That's how we settled Castamere. And how vulnerable the Westlands as a whole looks. And I'm not sure whether I should do it or not, but we could just really take advantage of this and kind of take over the whole thing, you know? It's a possibility. That's all I want to say. Is it's a possibility. We can put that out there. It's a possibility. So let's go down to 4 speed. We are training our squire when we can. I believe that we just did so. So it'll be a couple more years. And we're off to a hunt, I believe. So yeah, and basically, my whole staff and court and everybody is just currently going nuts. So we're just exposing everything. We don't really care too much. I'm tempted to go and try and murder Lord Quentin, but I don't think that's going to be what I want to do. I think I'm going to try and befriend him. If I can befriend him, if I do move against young Lord Gerald, we could have a very useful ally and a very incompetent spy master against him as well if we work out. So, yeah, we're just exposing all schemes. Let them kind of decide between them. If anyone gets killed as important, I will be upset and I will kind of make things known. Okay, high danger, high impressiveness, the heart. Good chance of success. Let's see. It's my courtier Gerald, different Gerald. It's his hunt, so I would be tempted to say there's nothing better than a good hunt. Adulterer, he's a fighter, he's widowed, he's a hunter. Admin, fortune builder, but aspiring blade master. Impatient, diligent, arbitrary, and brave. Okay. Diligent might work. Let's try diligence. Okay. I don't think that worked. I'm abandoning my plan. We're just recreation. The abhorrent fiend. Cargo trying to murder Gaiman. Night on night action. Oh. Oh, why didn't I plot to kill him? Why didn't I plot to kill him? That would have been no real benefit to me, but oh my god, that would have been good. I guess we could have maybe made friends with him by saving his life, and we could have just used it to kill him. Yeah, okay. Very interesting. John's. Who's John? Rogar's. Oh, well, Rogar's not happy with me right now. Rogar's son. He's had his increase and Area from Danilo. Okay. Not really sure why I brought you in, but that's fine. Pilgrim's house quarters in Northock, the sick house in Pride's Keep, and the overshot water wheels are all done. I don't know if I want to do much more. I don't want to spend a ton of money. I'm guessing if none of them have it, I'm just going to do apiaries if I can. If I can't, let's do some hill farms. If I can't, I'll do cattle. Well, this is already built up quite a lot. 382. Let's get some quarries on the go. Beautiful. Spends a bit of money, but we're not going to need crazy amounts of money to get Castamere up and running at least a little bit. Let's see. Tyrosh, no. Lord Lyman of the North March. Okay. Lord Martin of Land's Point. Lord Quentin of Withermore. I mean, I can't say I hadn't thought of it. Lord Fang Hill. Interesting, but no. We got more tutoring. We got a lot of young children as well. I did my best to marry off as many of my courtiers as I could. Every now and again, I'll go through. You're marrying my son, so you're off the table. You're a Septon. You need a wife. You need a husband, and you need a husband and a wife. Okay. Ooh. A salt Dornish, beautiful sand. Like, why not? There we go. Let's make sure it's all paused. And let's get more people married. You can marry a Westerlander. Sure. Why not? You're a wise man, so you can't marry. That's correct. I remember now. And just somebody interesting. That's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. Sure. Why not? Install virtue. So, Derwald is brave. Queen of Greet, that's the first forest. That's the huge stretch of land up beyond the wall that's come together. High partition. Interesting. And Takanaro Velaron got chased. Not my favorite of virtues. I just married her at my court, didn't I? Yeah, I meant to do that matrilineally. That's a mistake. Okay. The Lord Commander Eddard Stark. Eddard Stark went to the wall. Why did you go to the wall? Oh my God. Executed Sir Uthor Peak and Master Edgar Shefferly. Okay. Lord Commander Jantos recruited you, but why did you go? Did he just go? Was he not sent to the war? That's amazing. He was recruited. And then later that year, Who is that? His father? It is his father died. That's crazy. He was recruited, then his father died, and he still swore his vows. He doesn't go back to Winterfell. He swore his vows, took the black. And then Lady Branda, his mother died. Then 2 years later, he inherits the wall. And then lots of battles beyond the wall. Lord Robin Peasbury, the Sage of Wisdom, is his friend. Wow. Just so many battles, imprisonments, everything. And then became friends with Queen Ygritte of the First Forest. Master Brog of the Loyal War Band started the War of Castle Black. So an adventurer from beyond the wall attacked the castle. And then he defeats him, ends the war, and he's got 3 years of peace at the wall before he dies in his sleep. So Lord Eddard took the black. He never got married. He never had kids. Lady Lyanna married Wendell Manderley, and then Ecton of House Fisher having a daughter. His brother Brandon never joined the black. But he ends up having Harkon the Black Wolf and a slew of other children. Wow, alternative history indeed. So Rhaegar becomes king, Eddard goes and becomes Lord Commander. Robert Baratheon goes and conquers the Stepstones. And Tywin and his entire family have got murdered. Benfred Reeves. Okay. He's the new Lord Commander. Willis is Lord of the Reach because Mace died from his wounds. In Dawn, Prince Doran still is here. The Red Viper is still alive. Okay. Edmure is still here at the Riverlands. Lady Caitlin doesn't look so good. She's a leper after marrying Sir Miles Mouton. Okay. In the Vale is Lord Waymar Arryn, son of Mara Stain from Beyond the Wall, and Lord John Arryn. Like, that's just magical, right? And Lord Walder, I mean, I'm guessing that's just a different Lord Walder. What happened to the other phrase? I don't know. He's not there. What about the Karstarks and the Boltons? Roose is still there. Damon Walton Sarah, Sybil, Melaine, and Arthur. So no Ramsay. The Karstarks is young Lord Rickard. In Bear Isle, Lord Jorah didn't get exiled. And he named his youngest son after his father. Okay. I knew things would, like, possibly change and all that, but, like, maybe not as much as that. That is unbelievable. Oh, yeah, we do need a new wet nurse. Yeah, maybe not lover's pox. Miss Summerbeam, because you're about to marry into the family. Virtuous trait. That is fine. Okay. And my daughter has given birth to a son. Viserys Velarys. Sure. Are you inbred? Doesn't say so yet. This is my son and my daughter I married together. My regent and my antiquarian. Yep. How very Valyrian. Install Lord Kevin on the Westerland's throne. He sold me Castamere, and now he wants the throne. Filbert turned 16. Flamboyant trickster, neophyte fighter. Cool. Um, like, who can we marry you off to, which would make a modicum of sense? Someone not that much older than you, but maybe isn't deaf. Giant would be fun. Anything else stand out to you? Silver Tongue, the Pentoshi, a hideous Northman, a comely bastard from the Reach, a dyscalculic Dornish, another giant. Ooh, a melancholic but pretty Night Songer. Ha. That could be interesting. Shallow Rivers, Amazonian. It's going to take a lot to get past that, to be fair. So Filbert and Miss Rivers, I think that's our match. I think that's our match. Intrigue. Where can I see? Where can I see my lieges intrigue? The faction. There you go. Factions against leads. Install Sorel on the throne. So she married into House Farman, but she's got a son of House Plum. And so that would probably make, yeah, most of the children plum. I don't want the plums to inherit. John Storm, a bastard born of the Banefort. Ooh, that's interesting. Interesting. And then Kevin and Lord Craycall. I'm instantly going to make this the number one. I'm going to get my boy, Lord Kevin, on this throne. He got me Castamere. I'm going to get Kevin on the throne. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to press our demands. War it is. Okay. Let's raise my wave dancers. Let's raise all my armies. And we could get yellow coats, perhaps. Maybe it's worth getting something further down here. So the Company of the Cruel, the High Valyrian Band of Driftmark. That seems fitting. That seems very, very fitting. So I have 15,000 men. Okay. Schema discovered. That's fine. We're going to absolute smash Cornald Timber. Yep, you're now a knight. Congratulations. 10,000. Oh, if I can catch these separately, that would be good. My son, Daeron, comes of age. He's pretty good. They grow up fast. Let's marry into the summer beams. That is absolutely fine. Kevin, I hope you like what I'm doing for you here. 15 against 20. There we go. We'll get our people in. We've kind of got them going. Hunter, or I can get maybe prowess, which we don't need. Oh, this is my half-brother. Okay. So my best friend, Lord Montfort, approached me with a big smile on his face. My dearest friend, we finally see each other. I feel like we never spend any quality time together lately. Maybe you'd be willing to try something new with me? I know just the thing to distract your mind, restore your body, and lift your spirits. The silence of the forest and the thrill of the hunt are bound to make you feel better. They never fail to work on me, and I'd really like to share this passion of mine with you. Montfort, of course, I'll give it a try for you. But how the hell did you get on this battlefield? You're miles from home. We are now a hunter. And Daeron is a knight, and he doesn't need to be a squire anyway. We absolutely kick butt. Let's go. So Significantly improved. Prowess +1. Stewardship. That's all fine. Let's clear this. Let the traitor be known to all. Why did my army split? I didn't split my army. I merged my armies. Hey, now let's be friends. Let's be friends. We absolutely decimate them. Anyway, we are leading this. We are going to station the besiegers, and then we can kind of chase anyone around that we want to. So, like, I'm just gonna head down this way, catch them before they can board, absolutely smash in them. I'm gonna come and break this siege. I'm just gonna keep an eye out for anyone coming close over here too. Let's move across. We caught them. We crush them. We catch them. We crush them. I'm sitting around the table, the map table, with Balos and Malor discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Balos bangs his fist on the table, loudly proclaiming we should charge the enemy directly and crush them with the sheer might of our armies. Whilst Miller explains how we need to watch what our foes do and respond accordingly. It is my right to decide our ultimate course of action, and I know how we can employ both strategies. Alright, where's their armies? Let's go chase them down. I will knight my son Daeron. Yes, I will. We were interrupted by the war, but we will now do it. Let's take a chance to shut down yet another army. Yes, Oros will be a knight. I don't care. We're going to come right down the side and smash this army. Ronald, congratulations. You're a knight. You're a knight. You're a knight. You're a knight. Everyone look under your seats. You're a knight. Your army gets crushed. Everybody's army gets crushed. And Daeron is learning Dothraki. Because we got a Dothraki in our court. Don't you just love it when plans come together at the most inopportune times? So yeah, they've got a few men here and there, but to be fair, as soon as we get Castle Rock, this is done. So yeah, their armies have gone elsewhere. I'm gonna try and come out of places that are gonna hurt us. My counselor died? Braxton Summerbeam. Okay. Well, I got a martial perk. We've done some good things here, so all these kids going well. Clear all notifications. That's what's happening. I'm splitting my army because F is the split, but it's also to clear. Fourth level and plague. Increase control. Yeah, no, I'm definitely wanting to come down this end of things. I know I need... I think I need Reynard in here And then my next best is going to be Rogar. So we're going to bring... But Rogar's not in very good form right now. I think it's time to go younger. It might hurt us a tiny bit, but... Show of power. A show of power. Prince Viserys Targaryen of the Iron Throne is my admiral. How dare you oppose my will? Are these enemy armies I can attack? I guess so. It's a little unfair, I guess. I mean, they've definitely got places. Fort level is too high. Okay. Ossifer, congratulations. You're gonna be knighted. Like, we're almost done with this siege. Anyway. '71. Okay, so we need to get fully on board. That's fine. Oh, don't run. Accept your fate. Be crushed neath my heel. Sweet. So yeah, we just need to occupy holdings then at this point, right? Let's go and siege some places down. A siege. Move. Siege. Move. Oh, okay. Lord Mathis has accused Alric Westbrook from having an affair with his lover, Lady Sirene. Okay. So she's got a thing for Ironborn. You're having an affair with her, and you're upset someone else is having an affair with the person you're having an affair with. And then no, I'm. Don't be a blithering idiot. We're besieging. Let's go over here. We're besieging. And then they've got an army down here, so let's come around and just wait for them. See if they want to do anything. My maester. I'm not romancing a maester. Okay. Lord Martin, who are you? Lord Presta. Okay, that's fine. 94%. Chasing that army clear. send my troops in over here. So you're done with that. I mean, you could just go anywhere, right? You could just go there and siege. And there we go. Oh my god, I'm going to put Lord Kevin on the throne of the Westerlands. He's no longer the regent, but you're not actually a Lannister. So I don't feel bad about this.